everyone, it's Kathy Zilski. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a very simple card project featuring some brand new products from the Simon Says Stamp Blossoms and Butterflies release. I've got this cool, delicate floral lotus frame, as well as a new sentiment set from me, Kathy Z. Thank you. All right, let's look at the products I used to make this card. Starting out here with the Lotus frame, and this is just an adorable and very delicate little die cut of flowers and leaves, and well, I think those are leaves, but it's small, it's petite, it will fit in the palm of your hand, which means it's perfect for any card front. Then I've also got this new set of sentiments. This is called Tabbed Sentiments 2. Now I designed this to fit inside the tab dies that I have that coordinate with this, and I will also link those below. But these sentiments stand alone on any card. You can make little sentiment strips using these. I've got one frame die here. This is from a Waffle flower set, and I will be using that to cut out a layer of pattern paper. I'm going to use some pattern paper. This is from the Stamp Market, and I just thought it would be a fun way to add color to my card project. I will be stamping using my Misty tool. And for cardstock today, I've just got some Neenah Solar White Classic Crest in both the 110 pound, and I'm also going to use the 80 pound to cut out that delicate flower. All right, let's start making the card. Now I'm using this 80 pound weight of the Neenah Classic Crest, and I'm placing the die off to the side to get good pressure on those rollers. And the cut is great. I thought about using a metal shim, but this actually worked really well. And now I'm going to pop everything that doesn't just fall out, you know what I'm trying to say, with my little Tim Holtz craft pick. And I like to use a foam pad for this because it's a delicate die cut and you can just press those pieces right out into the foam. So I'll cut out 2 more of these frames, and then I'm going to glue them all together with the spray adhesive. And I will spray off camera and hold my breath. All right, now this takes me time. I sped up the video, but I was very nervous to do this because I don't think I've ever glued together something quite this delicate, but I realized once you get most of the outer frame, then you can just gently come in and push the florals together. And that worked pretty well. I actually lined it up better than I thought, but I did speed this up 4 times, so I went much slower than you're seeing. But once I had it how I liked it, I just put the brick on, and then I repeated that 1 more time with the last die cut. I'm cutting out 1 panel of this pattern paper using my die, and I really liked it. I wanted to have that nice diagonal to it, and I think the colors on this paper are beautiful. And next, and it's 2-sided too, kind of a shame, right? That's a cute pattern too. But I'm just going to add some 3/4 inch foam tape and cover the back of this so that I can pop that up on my card front, just like that. I'm scoring my card base. This will be top folding. It will be 5.5 by 4.25. That is the US A2 size. Give it a good press down with the magical Teflon bone folder, and then I always like to tape my cards closed with the leftover tape that I used from the die cut, just because I need to see flat when I'm putting something down. So taking off all of the backers off the adhesive, and then I will go ahead and place this down. I brought in my clear T-square at the end just to make sure it was straight. I'm of the belief that when you have a really, really simple card, having things straight is really going to help, if you will. All right, I added spray adhesive to the back of the stacked die cut and just gently moved it around before I committed. And once I had it framed just right, I put the acrylic block on to let that set up. Next, I'm choosing a sentiment from Tabbed Sentiments 2, and they're very all-purpose, but I decided to go with Celebrate the Day because I think that could work for a birthday card. And I always need birthday cards, more than any other card that I make. It's funny that I don't make more birthday cards. Anyway, I digress. Prepped the area with that anti-static powder, right, because I just want my powder to stick where the Versamark goes. And the powder I'm using today is the Brutus Monroe Alabaster. Just going to sprinkle that on, just like that, couple times, and then tap off the excess. And if you have any extra powder where you don't want it, just take a dry brush and go over your piece until that's all clear around the sentiment. And then I'll get my heat tool nice and hot and go ahead and bring that thing in, warm it up, and I'll heat set this until it turns shiny and melted. A little out of focus there, Kath. I'm not sure what happened there, but there's the glory. Celebrate the day. Next, I'll cut it out using my Simon Sentiment Label dies, and I love this set because not only does it take the guesswork out of perfectly trimming these little sentiments, but you can also just take random scraps of paper that you don't have to worry about lining up in a paper trimmer. Does that make sense? So just dig into the scrap bin, pull something out, because you know you can cut it perfectly straight with this die set. I really, really love this set. The other part I love, the little fishtail notches, if you will. What I like to do is tape down the cut piece and then line up my little notch. And when I get it just right, I'm going to tape that into place as well and then run that through the machine. And the result is just a perfectly cut banner. I'll use my paper trimmer to just really quickly cut off the excess that I don't need. Pop, and just like that, celebrate the day indeed. I decided to use a little bit of multimedia matte, just a few tiny drops where the banner was going to make contact with the die. Just got that lined up in place, and that adhesive is really strong, so I know it's going to work. Pop the brick on, and that's the finished card project. I was trying to layer in some sequins, and I thought that could be really cool, but you know what? I love this as is. It's clean and simple, and it makes me want to remember that I have pattern paper in my stash. So be sure to check out the complete release of Blossoms and Butterflies. There's info below this video about the blog hop, and I would love to have you become a subscriber to my channel, and I'll see you back here again with another card project soon.